Hey guys, so it's been a little while since my last video, and if you take a look, we have a scenery change. So we are actually standing in my dedicated vacuum cleaner room now in my new house. So since the last video, a few things have happened. Um, well, we were in the process of purchasing a house. That process started in September. We had to wait a little while, and we closed in January. And we now are in that home. Our previous property is now an Airbnb, so I've been busy with that. And I took, well, the smallest room in our four-bedroom house and turned it into my vacuum cleaner room. Just as a place to put the machines that are near and dear to my heart. So what you're looking at is 40% of my collection. The other 60% is strewn throughout two storage units, one in the town that I live in and then one at work. So these are the ones that I would cry if they burned up in a fire, which, I mean, they still have the possibility of doing so, but at least it would be in my own house, right? Anywho, oh, and real quick before I start this video, this is not a dead body underneath this sheet, so please no jokes. It's my once brand new in box Kirby Classic 3 that I got a few years ago. I just keep it underneath the sheet to keep the dust off of it. So anywho, yeah, let's talk about this guy. My latest acquisition, my Hoover model 704-01. Now, I never thought I would own one of these. And if you're not a vacuum cleaner collector, I'm literally going to sound like a crazy person for the next maybe 10 minutes. Who knows? We'll see how far the video goes. But, yeah, I never thought I would own one of these. Just because of the scarcity or the limitedness or whatever you want to call it. I hate using the word rare. It's such a 12-year-old thing to say. Like two 12-year-olds arguing over which bits of power force is more rare. So I don't like using that word. So with how few are out there in the world, I didn't think I would own one. Now, back when I was 13 or 14, if you were able to locate a Pencrest, which is this company here, it's not even a company, it's Hoover private labeling for JCPenney, and obviously, Pencrest, JCPenney. If you were to find the Pencrest of this machine, which would be this color here, the Hoover Model 69 Neptune green and pearl with a round cord reel, you were the shit if you found one of those when I was 13 or 14. Like, you were the vacuum savant if you found one. Now, that still remains somewhat true just because there were only 20,000 made. However, with this guy, there was only 5,000 made. That is insane. Now, when I heard there was only 40,000 made of the 714, I was like, oh dang, that's like limited. Well, there was only 5,000 of these made, and I can only speculate. I don't know much about this vacuum cleaner, honestly. I've tried finding out things about it. I don't want to bug the people who are like vacuum cleaner encyclopedias and pick their brain and annoy them. So I've tried to do my own research, but there's not much information on this at all. It was built anywhere from 1968 to 1970. I don't know what year. I'm assuming it was sold alongside the 704, the standard one. And that's pretty much all I know. However, at the time, Hoover was still making the A117 Pencrest with the cord reel for JCPenney, and maybe they pissed off JCPenney by putting a cord reel on one of their machines that was branded Hoover but to basically compete with them, and they stopped production because they were pissing off one of their what would it be, merchants or vendors? No, merchants. One of the people they sell to. And maybe that's the reason, or maybe because it was just a terrible idea. Keep in mind, they only made 20,000 of the A117 Pencrest with the round cord reel. Maybe because slapping the most inconvenient cord storage on a slimline vacuum wasn't a good idea to begin with. I mean, let's be honest here. I don't know if you could break this off of the handle, just because there are two large screws that hold it on. But just imagine going underneath the bed back when this was brand new, like, oh yeah, I got one of the coolest gadgets on, the Hoover, blah, blah, blah. And you can't even get underneath there because this stupid thing's in the way. I mean, there's a bumper on it, for God's sakes, and they did that for a reason, because they knew that people were going to bang it around. So this is all speculation. It could have been they pissed off JCPenney, or it could have been it was just a really not so intuitive design. And my friend Chad even pointed that out when I first got this, and I was all like, oh, about it. He's like, you know, dude, at the end of the day, it's literally just a Hoover convertible with a cord reel, which is true. But once again, these are the type of machines that I really enjoy. It's like driving a car that they only made 100 of, like Jay Leno. You know, he collects stuff like that. And that's the reason why we're vacuum cleaner collectors, right? I mean, I'll collect anything. I have one of the most common Hoover convertibles sitting right here, a Model 70. I have a 1070. I have a 1060. I have a 1020. I have a Model 66. I have machines that are very easy to come by. But the stuff that's like my, what is this, 1348 lightweight or junior, my U4019, U4021, my 714, my other lightweight, I mean, my innovations, my sovereign, stuff like that. It's fun to have because I'm actually going to appreciate it and not use it and abuse it and preserve it, you know, and it's like a conversation piece. So it's not just because it's rare, it's because it's unique, and this one being very limited. And actually there was one after this called the 704A that had a round cord reel, and that one's even more hard to find, and I've never even seen one. Before I got this, I saw a few of them floating around vacuum land, pictures wise, but never a 704A. So to clear something else up, for those of you who are like, you bought the 704 that has the 704-1 cord reel on it, it's not really a 704-1. No, I don't know who bought that one, but it wasn't me. I got this one from my good friend Kyle. I don't know where he got it from. I know that he said that the guy that he got it from knew what he had. And Kyle wasn't 100% sure if he ever was going to sell it, but Kyle is a vacuum reseller. He refurbishes and resells. So I told him, I said, hey, no pressure, not trying to be, you know, a snake. But if you ever plan on selling that Hoover convertible cord reel, let me know, because I want it. Well, the day came, and here it is. So I don't know if there's any other videos of this machine on YouTube. There might be. Maybe Tom Anderson has one. But I just wanted to go ahead and make my own. The machine's not in, like, perfect condition, but it's definitely a good enough piece to show, like, hey, Hoover did this, you know? It's important to our community. So, with that being said, this thing literally runs and cleans and sounds just like every other convertible, but hey, why not? It's plugged in. It's on high for my carpet. Let's go ahead and turn it on and give it a whirl. Just like every other Hoover I have, it grooms beautifully. Like I said, this vacuum is rather small, so I don't really have much to clean. It's mostly for storage. And that's pretty much it. That little spot on the carpet there is grease from another Hoover convertible that I have to get out. So it's not that it didn't clean it up, it's that it can't. So anyway, there it is. The 704-01. Let's go ahead and end the video. Oh, that cord fell a little hard. By reeling up the cord, which is going to be difficult because this machine is actually older than my mother, and the spring is definitely fatigued, so it does need some assistance in reeling up. So here, let me just go ahead and take that. This mechanism is very weird. It's like a stopper almost. It just puts pressure on the cord, and that's how it stops it. And it's supposed to fly in, but as you can see, we're having a little bit of a struggle here. just because of its age. So sometimes you got to give it a little bit of assistance, like I am right now. Come on. It's hard to do with one hand. There. And I usually leave the plug like that, just because I don't want to put any tension on it. So there it is, the 704-01. Don't know the year once again, anywhere from 1968 to 1970. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.